establish connections with you again. All right, let's move on to our next topic very quickly. As it is right now, finally, the chairman of the Senate Committee on Ethics, Privileges and Public Relations, Nida Imasuen, explained that the panel tossed out Natasha Akpabio's sexual harassment case against the Senate President, Akpabio, of course, because it was signed by herself, which contravenes the laws of the Senate. Imasuen spoke on Tuesday while responding to a comment by Akpabio's lawyer, Abiola Akiode, who accused him of bias. Responding, Imasuen said the case is already before the court and the committee will stay out of the matter. Meanwhile, Akpabio has instituted a contempt application against Imasuen and Senate President Akpabio over her suspension. All right, I still have Adams Abono standing by right there. Adams, quickly, in the case of Natasha Akpabio's case, the petitioner accused the committee chairman, Edo South Senator Nida Imasuen, of bias when he recalled a statement he made earlier that the case was dead on arrival. Now, based on this, fairness was already tossed out, according to the petitioner. Do you also share the same sentiment?
Well, please, can you take that again? I didn't get you properly. The last aspect of your question.
Yes, the petitioner on the Natasha Akpabio's case indicated that Imasuen already said that the case was dead on arrival. Now, based on this assertion, they say they do not expect any fairness from whatever is going to come out of this particular panel hearing. Do you also share the same sentiments with the petitioner at the moment?
To a large extent, I share the same concerns, because I think it was premature of the Senate's Ethics Committee chairman to, quash Senator Natasha Akpabio's petition,
right,
and say it was dead on arrival when, the Senate operates on the realms of Senate rules.
Right.
And there are rules to every aspect of the lawmaking process in the Senate. Yes, but then it shouldn't be seen as an institution that suppresses individual rights. Natasha Akpabio has the fundamental rights. Her rights as a senator of the Federal Republic should be looked into beyond the technicalities of whatever rules was breached or not. I am not advocating for a chaotic process. If the process demands that Senator Natasha Akpabio shouldn't sign her petition herself, then she should be given reasonable time, to meet with these demands of Senate rules. I'm sure she has, she is alleging that she's been sexually harassed by the Senate President. The Senate President has come out to say, no, I haven't harassed this lady in any way. I do not harass women. The Senate President is the number 3 citizen of this country,
All right.
So he should be seen to be above board.
Okay.
And he shouldn't be seen as throwing, hurdles on the part of Natasha Akpabio in getting whatever justice she's entitled to.
All right. Well, while we're talking about this, we can't run away from the drama that ensued while the panel hearing was going on. Few minutes before the panel adjourned, Mrs. Ezekwesili and Ebonyi North Senator Onyekachi Nwaebonyi engaged in heated verbal exchange. Now, would you be taking sides here, or rather look at it broadly?
Would I do? I didn't.
Would you be taking sides here, or you be rather looking at the issue broadly with the heated exchange between Obi Ezekwesili and the Ebonyi North Senator? The
unfortunate exchange between Senator Nwaebonyi and the former minister. It's very unfortunate, For personal, a lot of Nigerians, I'm a journalist and I have been able to see public opinion on this. The consensus of opinion is that a senator of the Federal Republic shouldn't, condescend to the extent of having verbal, attacks on a woman, a mother, a former minister. It was uncalled for. But then, rules are rules, and rules must be followed, So if Natasha Akpabio and every other person who wants justice for her wants proper justice, then they should follow they should ensure that Natasha follows the rules of the Senate. The Senate is an institution. She belongs to that institution. So she must not be seen as trying to weigh away rules and then attract public sympathies.
Okay.
I mean, to the utter relegation of Senate rules.
Okay,
so emotions should be kept aside.
Okay, yes. Adams, before I let you go, meanwhile, Mrs. Obi has called for an independent panel to review the Akpabio petition, since the petitioner do not believe they will get a fair hearing. What is your stand on that? Do you think she's on the right path, or do you think whatever she's suggesting would fly?
Well, an independent panel. I'm not a senator, but I think an independent panel will be outside the rules of the Senate.
Okay.
So we have to do this within the realms of reality. We shouldn't do this, allow our emotions to blindfold us in our strive for justice. Okay. We should encourage Senator Natasha Akpabio to follow the rules of the institution she belongs to in her quest for justice. And I think a lot of Nigerians want to see that justice is properly served in the sexual harassment allegation, either that she was actually harassed or that the Senate president should prove that he has no time harassed the senator,
All right, thank you very much, Adams Abono, for your time on the show. Thank you very kindly for coming on the show this evening. And of course,
sorry about it. Thank you.
A very big thank you to Dr. Shera Osonya, who also was standing by, but too bad the connections were just not right for you to actually hold sway with us. Hopefully next week, we might have you full blaze to hold this down with us. Well, and that's our show for today. Remember, you can follow the conversation on our social media platforms at TVC News NG, on our website,